what to do when you're not attracted to your spouse anymore. This is a question that's often seen online, and that's the question we're going to tackle today. If you find your marriage is going through some difficulty, download our free marriage repair handbook at hopeformymarriage.com. So, what do you do when you find that you're not attracted to your spouse anymore? I want to approach this question from a couple of different angles. Number one, over time, we just change. And so you have to have that understanding. You've got to have that grace. You're probably not the catch you once were either. So we've got to be honest about where we're at as we age, physical condition, those types of things. But beyond that, what I want to get into is most of the time when we start to deal with that question, I'm not attracted to my spouse anymore, it goes a lot deeper than just the physical appearance. Often what's behind that is the communication is breaking down. There's a lack of understanding. There's unresolved conflict. There are mistrust issues, or there's simply just not an effort to be affectionate and intimate with one another. And that's often the case. Sometimes we will go through a season where we're allowing the stuff, the pressure of day-to-day life, of kids, of jobs, of finances, of whatever else may be going on, to interfere with the intimacy in our relationship. And so what starts to happen is, as spouses, we stop pursuing each other. We stop flirting with each other. We stop doing the things that attracted us from the beginning, because it's so much more than physical. We see this all the time in the media. Some of the most beautiful people in the world, who we would think are the greatest catch in the world, are some of the people that struggle to maintain good, solid relationships, because once the sexual chemistry kind of fades, the beauty isn't enough to sustain that intimacy. It's not enough to sustain that attraction. And so we have to work on those deeper things as well. And so the question that I always, bring out is, number one, what are you doing to lay the foundation for attraction? Are you taking steps to create intimacy within your marriage? As a man, are you buying flowers from time to time? Are you leaving love notes? Are you sending those romantic texts? If you're the wife, are you doing the same kind of things? Are you sending those notes? Are you sending those romantic texts? Are you setting aside time for special occasions? Or on those special occasions, are you so busy talking about the kids that it's not even about you guys? All of those things can happen. As a man, you can be talking about work all the time, or sports, or things that have nothing to do with physical intimacy and attraction. So that's the first thing you want to look at. Are you simply laying the groundwork? For a man, intimacy isn't just the physical piece of it. The attraction isn't just the sexual piece of it, but there's a mental component to it. Men are visual, and they are mental. And so if you begin to plant those mental seeds and you begin to stoke the fire, you'll find a better response from the man. For a woman, she needs to feel loved and cherished. She needs to feel secure. She needs to be reminded of how beautiful she is. She needs those gentle, daily, ongoing reminders that let her know she's cherished. She's not just a sex object. And oftentimes what you'll find a woman is really struggling with, especially after she's had children, she does not feel as desirable as she once did. And sometimes what will happen is she will start to shut down that sexuality, begin to hide it in the baggy clothes and the frumpy attire, if you will. Because she doesn't feel good about herself. And so as a man, it's important for you to help her feel good about herself, to let her know she is just as desirable and just as sexy as she ever was, and even more so. I tell my wife all the time, we got married when we were 18. We're both coming up on 52 this year. that I'd a whole lot rather make love to 52-year-old version of my wife than the 18-year-old version, because there's just something about her at this age and this time of life and the experiences we go through that just make things better in that area of our life. So when we talk about I'm not attracted to my spouse anymore, we've got to go deeper than just physical appearance, because it is always deeper than just physical appearance. Anyway, a few thoughts for you today. Hope you find those helpful, and I'll talk to you again soon.